So, in the last class, we have studied about breaking strength, and we have seen very beautiful video at the end after a long searching, after a long search of videos. So, that is about breaking strength. So, we are studying about strength properties of apparel. So, in that, we have studied about breaking strength, and now we will study about in the strength properties. We are studying about fabric strength, and in the fabric strength we are studying breaking strength, tear strength, and up breaking strength, tear strength, and bursting strength. So, tear strength. What is tear strength? The tear strength of a fabric refers to its resistance to tearing or shearing. The tear strength of a fabric refers to its resistance to tearing or shearing. I am getting a space for my reading. Just wait a minute. So, refers to its resistance to tearing or shearing force. Resistance to tearing is of importance in clothing fabrics such as those used for shirting, blouses, interlining, and in military fabrics such as those used for parachutes. Tear strength of woven fabric can be tested in both length and width of the fabric. Tear tests are not suitable for knit fabric because knit fabrics have a lot of stretch. So, breaking strength and tear strength, both of them are not suitable for knitted fabrics. Why? Because they have a lot of stretch. Stretch properties are more for knitted fabrics. So, tear tests are also not suitable for felts or non-woven fabrics. Tear tests are also not suitable for felts or non-woven fabrics. So, these are also not suitable for felting fabrics and non-woven fabrics because they have stretch properties, with the possible exception of machine direction tears in some lightweight non-woven fabrics. So, there are two methods for testing tear strength. One is called trapezoid test. In this test method, a small piece of fabric is nicked on one edge with a pair of scissors, and then one side of the specimen is held in one jaw that is stationary, and the other side is held in a jaw that is allowed to swing, tearing the sample and measuring the force it took to propagate the tear that was put in the sample. Trapezoid tear strength tester is shown in figure. So, this is one trapezoid test and the other one is tongue tear test. So, trapezoid test is a thing where a small piece of fabric is nicked in one edge with a pair of scissors, and then one side of the specimen is held in one jaw that is stationary and the other side is held in that is allowed to swing. So, here in the breaking strength there is no swinging motion, but here there is swinging motion, tearing the sample and measuring the force it took to tearing strength will be found out. So, that is about tearing strength. And next one is tongue tear test. In this method, the fabric specimen is cut halfway in two, and then each side is held in jaws and they are pulled apart, measuring the resistance of fabric to tear. It is customary to take at least 3 to 5 specimens in each direction to test, and the final test is expressed as an average of the test results of these specimens in the respective direction in terms of grams. D5587 standard test method for tearing strength of fabrics by trapezoid procedure, Annual Book of ASTM Standards, volume 07.02. D2261 standard test method for tearing strength of fabrics by the tongue procedure, constant rate of extension tensile testing machine, Annual Book of ASTM Standards, volume 07.01. So dear students, what is tear strength? So tear strength, it is similar to breaking strength, but it is the measured thing is it is a shear force. It is a shear force or tear force that is measured. Here also we need to take 3 to 5 samples, and 3 to 5 samples are cut with the help of trapezoid test or tongue tear test, and the average of the 5 samples is found out. And tearing strength is important for shirts, blouses, interlinings, and in military fabrics that are used for parachutes. So this is parachutes. So this is the importance of tear strength. And tear strength of woven fabric can be tested in both length and width wise, but the tear strength of knitted fabrics cannot be found out because they are they have a lot of stretch. I told you already. So next, breaking strength is also like that. The breaking strength of knitted fabrics cannot be found out because they have a lot of stretch. So we have to take 5 samples for trapezoid test and in length direction, and 5 samples trapezoid test in width direction, and 5 samples tongue tear test in the length direction, 5 samples widthwise tongue tear test. You can do one of the two testings, and every time you have to take 5 samples and take the average of the two and find out the tearing strength in the length direction and also in the width direction. So that is about tearing strength. And we have ASTM standard books. So ASTM standard says D5587 standard test method. So what is the standard test method for tearing strength? That is ASTM D5587. And for by tongue tear test is D2261 standard test method ASTM. So now I will show you about tear strength. First I will show you the picture so that you will know what is tearing strength of fabric. So this is the tearing strength tester. Elmendorf, this is the person's name, Elmendorf tearing strength tester. So this is how tearing strength tester looks like, and these are the parts of the tearing strength tester. So you can see it, and so this is the tearing strength tester, and you can see the scale there, finding where the result will be found out there, and that is the Elmendorf tearing strength tester. So these are the so many types of companies manufacturing Elmendorf tearing strength tester, and So this is one more example. So it is devised in different ways. So one is 30 degrees angle, one is 90 degrees angle, but whatever may be the thing, on the whole the purpose is same. So you see, please, all these are the element of, so this is this is there. So I feel very happy that nice online is helping us very much. So now we will go to videos. You can just click on videos. I will put a long video so that I don't have to speak too much. So this old guy is very nice. So let's see this.
Right, this is the Tur strength test. Again, we use the testometric testing machine, but we have this rather funny shaped sample with a deep cut up the middle of the sample, and we mark on that 2 lines. They're going to tell us where to put the sample in the jaws of the machine, and basically we are going to
Internet problem. So tearing strength tester we will see in few minutes. So tearing strength. As long as everything runs, it's fine. When the net is when the internet gives problem, there is so much problem, because on the internet only we are based everything. Okay, I am tired of this. Let's go to YouTube directly. After this test, after this class, I need to recharge my phone, and then today we will see probably 5 more or 10 more classes, hopefully, because the deadline is reaching, so that for you, the target of our commissioner sir is you should be able to see the videos from July 15. The videos should be available for you all on July 15. So let's see this lady.
अभी बस अभी बुक अभी go.
अभी बस अभी बुक कहाँ go? Oh man, I'm tired of this internet.
హాయ్ అంకుల్, అమ్మ ఖాతా లెక్కించారు.
దాని పేమెంట్ కోసం వాడి నంబర్ తీసుకుంటున్నాను. ఇదిగో డాడ్, పేటిఎంలో అతని ఫోన్ నంబర్ ఎంటర్ చేసి.
చేద్దాం చేద్దాం పేటిఎంలో ఎంటర్ చేద్దాం. So we have to wait for internet to take the signal, get the signal. Nowadays these people are also taking like movies. So it is like a movie. Observe the working culture of the people. So they are highlighting their people, whoever the operators or workers or technicians. They are showing as if they are heroes and characters in the movie. So think like that. So determination of tear strength of fabric. So how do you...
Hello friends.
Okay.
The tear strength is the strength necessary for the advancement of previously opened tear in fabrics. The test samples prepared in the form trousers are used in a single tear strength test. We used the universal testing device, a ruler, scissors, and holder jaws in this test. First of all, the samples are conditioned under standard atmospheric conditions for 24 hours. Laying the conditioned samples on a flat surface, we start sample preparation procedures. Specimens must not be taken from areas too close to the selvages of the fabric when preparing samples. The place the specimen is taken must be no nearer to the selvages than 150 millimeters. Also, specimens must not be taken from places that are wrinkled and where there are folding traces. 5, including 2 sets of warp weft, 5 of the test sample are prepared. The dimensions of the specimen are 200 millimeters by 50 millimeters. The samples whose long selvage is parallel to the warp are tested according to the weft length, and those whose long selvage is parallel to the weft are tested according to the warp length. 25 millimeters are marked on the short selvage, which is 50 millimeters of the rectangular sample that we prepared, and a line of 100 millimeters is drawn just in the middle. 25 millimeters are marked on the top of the marked fabric, that is the specimen, and at the end the tear line is drawn.
Very nice video.
Then we
Observe
cut
carefully.
the specimen with scissors properly.
So it's a very nice, she is speaking very nice English. So you will understand very well with this kind of professional videos. That's why they are showing. You see the... Oh, I am talking and this is taken. Oh God. Please come.
The section we marked at 100 millimeters is cut right in the middle with scissors. and the test sample is prepared in the form of trousers. Then, this trouser-shaped specimen is subjected to the test in the universal test machine. First, the device is prepared for the test. Appropriate jaws are inserted into the device for a single tear. The device has two jaws. The lower jaw is fixed and motionless. The upper jaw moves at stable speed. The distance between the two jaws, that is, the indicator length, is set to 100 millimeters. The distance between the two jaws is checked with a ruler to see if it is 100 millimeters. After this control, the jaw growth rate is set to 100 millimeters per second. The test specimen is placed in jaws.
This is single rip method.
The fabric must be placed in the jaws in a symmetrical manner. We'll start a tear in the midpoint between the two jaws, which should be placed at the point. Then, the force and elongation values of the computer are reset, and the test is started by pressing the OK key on top. The movable jaw begins to move, and peaks start to form.
This is single
The
rip
tearing process starts from
method
the
of
marked
testing.
25 millimeters and continues till the marked section.
So one
It
jaw,
must be made
one
sure
jaw is
that there is
movable, one
no
jaw is
slip
not
in the
movable.
jaws when the sample is tested. The tear must be linear. Test results are not taken into account if the shearing is not linear and if the jaws slip. The test is terminated when the marked section is reached and the results are saved on the device. Then we pass on to the second test specimen, and testing 5 pieces of test specimens in the same way, the mean value is given as the test result.
eTex Lab. So you can, if you want, you can subscribe to this eTex Lab where it shows. So this is not Elmendorf tear testing. So dear students, here we have on the screen Elmendorf tearing tester. I will show you, but before that I want to talk about this single rip test method. So here there is a sample taken 25 millimeters and 10 millimeters in the width direction, and then the sample is cut in the form of a trousers, and till 1.5 centimeters in the middle, in the width direction, a middle line is drawn, and then it is a single rip method of tearing strength tester. And this is tongue tear tester. So we have talked about in our book just 10 minutes back that there are two methods. One is trapezoid test and the other one is tongue tear tester. So single rip test method is also known as tongue tear tester, and so we have seen tongue tear tester, which is D2261. So here you can see here. I want to show you the proofs. So here you see here. This is very important. Where is, oh my eye, my this is, so hey, what the hell is this? So you see here, single rip. Do you see here? I have to hold the cell phone, I have to hold the textbook, I have to locate it. Too many jobs. So this is, so because what I want to tell you is, we are not deviating from the subject. So just now we have seen tongue tear tester. This is also known as constant rate of extension tensile testing machine, and it is, I will read about this. Whatever we have seen the video, I will study about it. Please listen carefully. D2261 standard test method for tearing strength of fabrics by the tongue in bracket single rip procedure in bracket constant rate of extension tensile testing machine, annual book of ASTM standards, volume 07.01. What I am trying to stress is the ability, the importance to connect between internet, textbook, students and lecturers. I am here to give you a connection between the book, internet, and so that you can correlate the internet and textile textbooks. So I have shown you single rip method. So far we have seen single rip method of testing tearing strength tester. Now we will see Elmendorf. This is another tearing tester. Elmendorf is the name of the person, I think. So Elmendorf tearing strength tester. So please, I am very happy that I am also learning by these classes, because single rip method I have seen there, and now I have observed here, and I also came to know that tearing strength testing is done by two ways, and I know it before, but I am able to correlate the ASTM standards with the online YouTube videos. So dear students, now we will see Elmendorf tearing strength tester. So this is the standard thing. I have shown you the pictures, images. asking about the tester. When are you going to test the fabric, my dear friend? He is also wasting time like me. Here is the fabric. So he has calibrated. The thing is kind of calibration. That's why he's showing the video there. Now comes the sample. So he is keeping the sample. So that is the tearing strength.
Have any questions about our testing machines, operation procedure, or calibration, or any other topic, just contact us today and we'll be happy to help.
TDK Sensor Solutions.
So dear students, we have seen the operator is not very friendly in the earlier. Not very friendly, I cannot say that, I am sorry, but he is pressurized to do some work probably, and the operator is doing that, and you have seen the Elmendorf tearing strength tester, and I will read about it. Trapezoid method. In this test method, a small piece of fabric is nicked on one edge with a pair of scissors, and then one side of the specimen is held in one jaw that is stationary, and the other side is held in a jaw that is allowed to swing, tearing the sample and measuring the force it took to propagate the tear that was put in the sample. Trapezoid tear strength test is shown in figure 5.4. So this is the trapezoid tear strength tester, and this is also known as Elmendorf tearing strength tester. But what we have read in the textbook, it looks looking little different. I urge you to go through the difference in the book and on the online. So because he says one jaw is stationary and the other side on the other side is held in a jaw that is allowed to swing. So whatever it may be, so totally the tearing strength is the most important thing. So the holding of the specimen is not that important anyway. So holding of the specimen is one point, and tearing is one more point. So whether two jaws are there, one jaw are there, or whatever it is, so the important thing is whether we are doing testing, finding out the tear strength or not. That is very important. So dear students, so I will revise. So I will show you any good video of tearing. Why are you moving here and there? This paper always moving. I am dear students, I am frustrated with all this cold and weather, and so this is only 41 seconds, so maybe we will get something better. I would have enjoyed with all of you had you been in physically present in the class. We would have made jokes and interactive session it would have been, and you would have enjoyed the session. And you see here ASTM D1424. So I am also trying to read. Here it says D5587 and here it says ASTM D1424. So there may be developments in the tearing strength tester. So you see,
This is ASTM 1424 tearing test. First, we will cut the sample into pieces according to the standard. Then we will fasten the sample in the equipment. We will cut the fabric first and release the heavy hem. The heavy hem of the equipment will tearing the fabric. We will get the strength data from the indicator.
observe one more time. Simple, very
This is
simple.
ASTM 1424 tearing test. First, we will cut the sample into pieces according to the standard. Then we will fasten the sample in the equipment. We will cut the fabric first and release the heavy hem. The heavy hem of the equipment will tearing the fabric. We will get the strength data from the indicator.
This is very good. Just 40 seconds. So that is about tearing strength. So I think we are done with today's class. So far we have studied with breaking strength and tearing strength, and in the breaking strength we have seen online some video. At the end I have shown some video, and in the tearing strength I have shown you two videos, one about Elmendorf tear strength tester, and also which is a ASTM standard D5587, and some of the standards are D1424. I have shown you the 41 seconds video is D1424, but in our book it is there D5587. So you see even the technical developments of any testing procedure will be gradually given a new number. So that's why they have given D1424 and D5587, and we have learned about trapezoid test. Trapezoid, this is a mathematical term. Trapezoid test or Elmendorf tear strength tester. Trapezoid tear strength tester or Elmendorf tear strength tester. That is one thing we have studied, and the other thing is tongue tear tester, which is also known as single rip method of tear strength tester. So both the tests are useful, and these tests are not viable for knitted fabrics. Knitted fabrics have high stretch properties, so they cannot be tested for tearing strength or breaking strength. So dear students, I think I am done with the today's class, and in the next class we will study about bursting strength. I remember I have done bursting strength testing in University of Tennessee Knoxville for non-wovens. So I hope so I will tell you about this bursting strength in the next class. So till then, keep reading about breaking strength and tearing strength.